Hello, my good children of primary 2. I once again welcome you to this program of e-learning. Thank you for being attentive and thank you for being good children. As you remember, last time we looked at number sequences and patterns, but now our topic is changing. Today we are going to look at what you call fractions. Hope each of you know what a fraction is. Hope when you are sharing, when you are giving out things to friends, maybe those are what you call fractions. For example, if you have part of something and you give out what you have, so you give out a fraction of what you've been having. So that's what we call a fraction. How can we define the word fraction? We say, if the question comes and it says, what is a fraction? Fraction. If the question comes like that, we answer it as a fraction is a part of a whole. A fraction is a part of a whole. That's how we define a fraction. We say a fraction is a part of a whole. We do have very many examples of fractions. Now we are going to look at what we call proper fractions. That's what we are going to put more emphasis on. And we have here our table saying we remove, we write, and we read. This is our table. It is saying we remove, we write, and we read. Take for instance, if you have two cups, you remove only one cup and maybe you give it to somebody, so it means that you will remain with only one part. So you have two cups, you remove one cup. It means what is the fraction that you have removed? The fraction is that you have removed only one cup out of the two cups that you are having. That's why we say that our fraction is 1 out of 2. That's how we say. And how do you read 1 out of 2? We don't read it as 1 out of 2. No, we read it as 1/2. We read it as 1/2, or we say a half. There we go to another one. Another one is saying we have how many parts here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here we have 80 parts. We remove, take for instance, if you remove only one part out of these 80 parts, one part is removed out of the 80 parts. How do we write that fraction? It means that we write our fraction as one part that we have removed out of how many parts altogether? They are 8. So we say 1 out of 8. How do we read this one? We read it as 1/8. Read it as 1/8. Don't add s here. Don't add s. It remains th. You write the word 8 and you put th. That is 1/8. Or you can say an eighth. That's how we read it. Yes, my good children, we go to another one. Here we are having, how many drums are we having here? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are having 7 drums. We remove. If we remove one drum, so it means that our fraction will be that we have removed only one drum out of the 7 drums. One drum out of how many were they all together? They were 7. So it's the fraction is 1 drum out of 7 drums. That's why you write 1 out of 7. How do we read this one? Read it as 1/7. Read it as 1/7. Don't add s here. That's how we write it. Or we can say 7th. That's how we read that one. Let's go to other examples here. Examples of fractions that we are having. Here is our chart. It says that we remove, we write, and we read. We have 3 bottles. Those are 3 bottles. If we remove only 1 bottle, it means that we have removed only 1 bottle out of the 3 bottles. So it means that we have removed 1 bottle out of this 1 bottle that we have removed. Out of how many bottles were they all together? 1, 2, 3. Out of 3 bottles. How do we read this one? We read it as 1. We say it is 1/3. That's how we read it. We say it is 1/3, or we can say everyone, we can say all, or we can say a third, or we can say a third. That's how we can read that one. 1 out of 3, read it as 1/3, or we can say a third. Yes, we go to kettles. We do have how many kettles here? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We do have 4 kettles. Someone removed 1 kettle from the 4 kettles. So it means that this one removed 1 kettle out of how many kettles altogether? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it means that our fraction, we shall write 1 kettle, which is removed out of how many kettles? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the 4 kettles altogether. How do we read 1 out of 4? So we read 1 out of 4 as we say 1/4. We say 1/4. That's how we write it. We say 1/4, or we can say a quarter. A quarter. That's how we write it. We can say 1/4, or we can say a quarter. Yes, we go to another example. That's the 3rd example on this chart. We are having how many pens here? Let us count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of these 5 pens, someone removed 1 pen out of the 5 pens. So what is the fraction? It means here our fraction. Remember, these are 5 pens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone removed 1 pen. What is the fraction? Our fraction is 1 pen which is removed out of the total number of pens that we counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of 5 pens. That is the fraction. 1 pen out of 5 pens. How do we read this one? We read it as 1/50. 1/50. Read it as 1/50. Or we can say a 50. Please don't add s, don't add s. I'll tell you when we add s and when we do not add that s. So that's how we read it, 1/50 or a 50th. Thank you very much for being attentive. Numberless is saying here we are having 6 balls. 6 balls. Hope everyone know what a ball is. We are having here 6 balls. Someone removed 1 ball out of our 6 balls. Someone removed 1 ball. What is the fraction of that ball that was removed? The fraction is 1 ball out of the 6 balls that were there all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 6 balls all together. How do we read this one? We read it as 1/6. 1/6. That's how we read it, 1/6. Or we can say or another way of saying it, you can say 6. That's how we can read it, 1/6 or a 6. So that's how we can say it out. Thank you very much for paying attention here. We have our trial number. Let us try this number. Let's try this. That's how the heading is. What fraction of a leaf is shaded? Before attempting this question, first ask yourself, how many leaves do we have here? How many leaves do we have altogether? 1, 2, 3. Here there are 3 leaves. So first get to understand that they are 3 leaves. How many leaves are shaded? They shaded only 1 leaf. So you can say 1 leaf is shaded, 1 shaded out of 3 leaves. That's how we can say 1 leaf is shaded out of, excuse me, this is out of 3 leaves shaded. How do we write this fraction? It is only 1 leaf which is shaded out of 1, 2, 3, out of the 3 leaves. That's how we write the fraction. How are you going to name this fraction? How can we read this fraction? 1 out of 3. Remember, in our example, we say 1 out of 3. We can read this one as a third. Or you can also call it 1/3. That's how you can also call it. You can call it a third or 1/3. Remember, it was 1 leaf which was shaded. Out of how many leaves? 1, 2, 3. Out of 3 leaves. Children of primary 2, thank you for being attentive. Thank you for writing properly, being neat in your book. Remember, we should always be neat. You should always write work which is neat. That's how we do in mathematics. So please attempt the questions that have been given to you. Please attempt them properly, and you will send those questions answers back for marking. So we meet in the next lessons. Thank you.